Beda ab Jhoot nahi bolo, which in my native language of Urdu means, son, you must not tell lies. So fuck it. I'll recite this one last true story in an attempt for you to visualize. Not to glamorize or antagonize, but to recognize my reality that would never be televised. This one night I'm in the club doing a little two-step shuffle, trying but failing to dance away the memory of seeing Grenfell Tower burn down a few months prior. Remembering my fallen friends class dismissing was always going to be a struggle. And I see this guy touching girls' bums, moving mad through the crowd on the dance floor like wildfire. And I get punched for pulling him to the side and educating him on consent. Because if we don't call out our own behaviour, then we'll be hearing of cases a lot worse than just sexual harassment. Beda ab Jhoot nahi bolo. I'm hitting the bottle again since no one wants to listen to me. Abusing the booze like we abuse the earth, and reducing climate change is an act our government refuses to choose. Stumbling back home and I get this call making me realise red is the colour I'll now see whenever I think of my friend Celine. Red is the hijab of that 19-year-old so beautifully wrapped around her head. Red is the car that kidnaps her hysterical, gagged-up body full of dread. Red is the eyes of her uncle raping her and twisting his knife into her innocent throat. Red is the floor trail into the freezer holding her sliced-up limbs spilling. Red is the TV news logo forever falsely branding this an honour killing. Red is my heart, filled with anguish and despair over a friend I'll never see again. My cheeks, soaked in tears and streams of a good girl next door memory. My teeth, gritting together as soundless screams to wake up the rest of my family. My brain, rejecting the label of Islam being a terrorist religion when it's really a religion of peace. My ears, fading the rest of the world out into silence as my faith in humanity begins to decrease. My hands, they tremble, shiver like an earthquake riddled with goosebumps on a winter's day revealing its deepest fear. Just as I did each time I attempted and failed to commit suicide last year. Losing myself like Slim Shady. Knees weak, arms were heavy, so close to leaving this world. My friends, my mum's biryani, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. As depressed and anxious as I tried to tell my parents for the first time. But beta ab Jhoot nahi bolo. Do you know what it's like growing up in an Asian culture that teaches you to bottle it up and refuses to believe in mental health downright? Beta ab Jhoot nahi bolo. Do you know what it's like having survivor's guilt from 11 friends' funerals over a 9-month blight? Beta ab Jhoot nahi bolo. Do you know what it's like waking up in cold sweats, wishing the pillow you slept on had smothered you in the night? Beta ab Jhoot nahi bolo. Ami abhi Jhoot nahi bol rahe. I could have used these few mind over matter minutes to recite effervescent metaphors and similes about my heartbreak. But here I am sharing the reality of slitting my wrist this way rather than that way. Because I decided I'm just not that kind of poet. I am the sacrificed voice for the voiceless and marginalized, but low self-esteem means I've only articulated these thoughts to a live audience a handful of times before. I am the curry-munching packy cockroach from ends, finally exposing my naked thoughts, but exposing my naked body and stop and search is what airports still adore. I am the reminder that you share with your close ones to love each other, love yourselves, and communicate regularly, as if it's the last fucking thing I say in chat. I am A's, and you've just listened to my entire life. So tell me, where's the fucking lie in that?